Hello anyone, welcome back to 2:30 AM, when I will hopefully be finishing Fire Emblem 3 Houses before I go insane. Oh dear lord, so let's see what everyone has to say about the end of the war. And then I am skipping the heck through this month because I am exhausted. I'm so tired. I love this game, but I'm so tired.
Wake up. We gotta prepare for the assault. But that hasn't changed all that training and
That wasn't interesting, so I'm skipping over it a bit. Sorry, we're kind of in rush mode here. Feel free to pause the video if you want to go over any of it again.
I thought the war would end with Edelgard's defeat. This may be premature. But I'm feeling a little relieved. I have to consider what I'll do with myself, and where I'll go when this war is finally over. I don't have an answer. Let's make sure the next battle puts an end to this war.
Please.
That way, we can all move forward.
This is definitely the way to wean me off a video game quickly, by making me too tired to do it properly.
A mysterious organization, slithering in the dark of Fodlan. Like something out of a midnight tale. It appears these fiends have infiltrated the deepest corners of the Empire. After the fall of Enbar, they've remained well concealed. That said, I would keep an eye on Edelgard's uncle, Lord Arundel. Something about him sits ill with me.
Oh good. Wonder if that's gonna be the guy who stopped Monica from being killed, because we don't know who that is yet.
The folks we're fighting next aren't normal humans, are they? It's that group who caused the Javelin of Light to fall, right? It just doesn't seem like something a human is capable of. I'm not prone to flinching, but I don't feel great about any of this.
Lonku Fire Emblems is on my lap, staring at me with what is definitely judgment. And I kind of can't blame him for that. The race is on to get things finished.
Shambhala, it was called, right? Scary that it's so close to the House Gonrel territories. Who'd have thought all those creeps were living right under my nose? I was hoping my big brother would help us in this next battle. But he says that I can represent House Gonrel without his help, that I have it in me. I'm glad he recognizes that I have some ability. Still, I wish he wasn't leaving it all to me.
Genuinely wondering at this point if her brother is only there to be a running joke, that he's always mentioned but never turns up. Because surely at this point you would want to go into the battle with your sister, because she might die.
Those who slither in the dark, it seems will finally discover their true form. I get the sense that they're in league with the mages who experimented on me as a child.
It would make sense.
I wouldn't be surprised if Edelgard was subjected to them too.
She was. I know that from talk of her route.
There's no telling what their true motives are. But whatever their motives, what they have done is unforgivable. They must be exterminated.
Yeah, sorry if I'm casually spoiling a bit here, but let's face it, by the time I manage to post these, the game will have been out for a long time.
Professor!
So I'm sure people will know.
Fighting against enemies whose true nature is unknown is honestly really scary. Still...
Also, no one's going to watch these at this rate anyway. I think the first ones have pretty much no views, maybe like one.
There's a force in this world that clearly means us harm. We have no choice but to fight back. With our own hands, we'll safeguard Fodlan's future.
And then given the state of YouTube at the moment, and the fact that I'm not looking to be a professional Let's Player here, this is a state of affairs I can live with.
Our next opponent is an ally of Solon. Do you remember what Solon called us?
Not really at this point. Insects, probably.
No. He called us beasts.
Oh.
Meanwhile, he refers to himself as the Savior.
Great.
Who exactly is he saving?
This all sounds very ominous.
Professor.
I am so glad that Rhea is unharmed. My brother continues to worry about her, however. Of course, I am worried myself. I cannot imagine being in that situation while in such a state. She should just leave things to you and Claude and get the rest she needs.
Professor.
Wow, we rescued Lady Rhea. I can hardly express my joy. But now we know about a new foe who intends to bring her harm. In time, we'll realize the peaceful world that Lady Rhea has always hoped for. I'll have to keep that in mind when I'm fighting.
Whoa! Lady Rhea's back! Lady Rhea's back! I'm so happy! But things aren't gonna be like they used to be anytime soon, are they? There's still folks out there that want us all dead, and Lady Rhea still hasn't regained her strength yet. Speaking of which, Professor, please don't ask too much of her right now, okay?
This is just so I can't ask her about my past, isn't it? Boo.
Professor, I just got word from the opera company. I don't know if everyone survived, but it looks like they should be able to mount a revival. They even asked if I'd consider making a return to the stage someday. I suspect I may refuse, though. We're at the dawn of something new. No reason to look backwards, eh?
Might be the wisest thing you've ever said to me.
Rhea is sleeping right now. If it is not absolutely urgent, please do not disturb her rest. The long confinement took its toll on her health. Truthfully, she is in no shape to be exerting herself at all, to say nothing of a military expedition. To make matters worse, we are now facing a very old enemy. One that has conspired against us since time out of mind. Please proceed with caution. I have a bad feeling.
Same. I wonder if they're gonna kill off Rhea in this. At this point it kind of wouldn't surprise me, because I think they'll go over the Rhea is in charge of everything in order to pull off the Rhea's gonna die and you're not gonna know. Which, you know, that's fun. Yeah, we got there.
Flame! Excuse me, quick question. Can I paint you?
Oh, hello, Ignatz. What an unexpected surprise.
I'd like to paint your portrait, Flame. For some reason, whenever I try to visualize Saint Sethlene, I think of you.
Wonder why that could be.
No wonder I've repeatedly felt someone's eyes boring holes into the back of my head lately. You're quite lucky my brother hasn't noticed. It would be wise to back away from me before he does. Although, I shall agree to your request, on the understanding that you paint me to be more illustrious than Saint Sethlene.
More illustrious than the statue? Surely you mean as illustrious.
Am I not the more illustrious? The more breathtaking?
Well, true, you are a sight to behold. Though I'm not sure about the competitive tenor of that question. I'd expect you, as an admirer of Saint Sethlene, to speak more admiringly?
An admirer, hmm? You say such funny things. Now then, would you like me to pose? Oh, I have many ideas up my sleeve.
A pose? No need. You can just sit down.
Are you certain about that? It sounds rather dull. How long will it take you?
A few days, I imagine. But that's okay. You can just come by whenever you have time. Oh, and if you don't mind, could you tell me some more stories about her? The stories you tell about Saint Sethlene are so much more vivid than the other legends I've heard. She seems so impressive, so fierce. I can't help but admire her too.
Actually, I have changed my mind. No longer do you need to paint me as illustrious. Instead, paint me as fierce!
Sure, I guess. I think cute might suit you a little better, though.
Did you not just say that Saint Sethlene had an impressive and fierce way about her? Well, if that is the case, then I too would like to look fierce. You're welcome to paint me repeatedly until you get the expressiveness just right. Rather, you must paint me repeatedly until I am satisfied with the outcome.
I'm not sure I can ever produce a painting that completely satisfies you. But I'll try. I said I would, and I will not go back on my word. Even if this painting takes me months. That wouldn't be a problem, would it?
Not at all. We're friends, aren't we? I am happy to help with a friend's request, even if it takes centuries to complete.
Thank you for that. Though, I hope it doesn't take quite that long.
Yeah, I ship it. And you know, I'm ignoring the rest of the sports because there aren't too many I care about, by the way. And you know how it is. Even if, I haven't spoken to these guys yet. Completely lost my train of thought there.
A mysterious power threatening the very future of Fodlan? Certainly we cannot give it leeway. In comparison to this, the internal power struggles in the Alliance are utterly trivial. There is simply no option but victory. The alternative is unthinkable. Perhaps I will have the opportunity to strike the decisive blow on the enemy commander. Oh, that would secure my place in history for certain.
Yeah, given that I never use you, I don't think that's likely. Sorry.
Wow.
We crushed the Empire at long last. But there's no time to bask in our victory. We must prepare for the coming battle. We knew there was a secret group behind the Imperial Army all this time. Now we have a chance to make the first move against them. We have Hubert to thank for that. It's also thanks to him that we were able to rescue Rhea. I still have plenty of questions I'd like to ask her.
Same.
Well, if we plan to have her march into battle with us again, we'd better let her recuperate. Rhea's the only one who gets a break, though. Everyone else had better start preparing for battle.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna go use up my points now. I'll see you again soon. Yeah, I finally became an A-class professor. Love that Flame's birthday is St. Sethleen's Day. That's real subtle there, guys. Oh, Claude's birthday. He can have tea. Because I love him.
I'm happy to have this time with you. It's a nice smell. I think I love this one. Thanks.
Of course, the Almiron tea. He would love it.
It's so relaxing.
Kind of miss being in the garden, but I'll take it.
Oh?
Celebrations.
Oh?
Library?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh?
Comrades, dining partners, comrades.
Of course.
Heck yeah.
You've become quite expressive, haven't you? You weren't like that when we first met.
Nod, blush, or chat. Let's nod. Yeah! I'm glad I know Claude now. Hello.
Teach. Oh?
This is like weird quick time events.
Oh? Wow. Huh? Teach. Right. Oh? Of course. Wow. Teach. Oh?
You like traveling, right?
This is great. Thanks.
Very nice. That was
I'm afraid
fun.
I've stayed too long. Thanks for the tea. Let's plan to do this again sometime.
Love you, Claude. Best boy. dawn of the final day, or so I hope. Oh, I've really been skipping through these last couple of months, but dear lord, I'm tired. And I both stampeded by 2 cats, who are now deciding to fight on the back of the sofa, which is, you know, delightful. Yeah, there wasn't any plot build up to this one. That's weird. This sounds cheerful. Lonku is thwacking me in the face with his tail. Why?
Relying on a map entrusted to them by Hubert, the Alliance army sets their sights on the base belonging to those who slither in the dark. Beyond its entrance, they are met by a sprawling underground city.
Oh, Tranquil almost stepped on my laptop then, that would have been bad. Hey, Quill. The cats are misbehaving because it's almost 3 AM and they're not in bed. They don't like the lack of routine, so me going away tomorrow will not make them happy.
Incredible! Who knew that there was such a vast space beneath the ground?
It's like an underground city. I've never seen buildings like these before.
It's like an ancient ruin, but not just because of its appearance.
I don't recall ever seeing architecture like this.
It is magnificent in a sense, but I could hardly call it beautiful. Even the air feels stagnant.
In any case, it seems like we need to go deeper. Let's look around and see if we can find some stairs.
Why is this so oddly futuristic?
No. It is simply... we must defeat those who slither in the dark, no matter what happens. But if my conjecture is correct, the one who they will wish to kill the most...
is one of us.
Is you, dear child.
Yeah, that figures. Care to tell me why?
They are aware that you can use the sword of the Creator. Your body houses the same power they once bestowed upon Nemesis.
They gave Nemesis the power? I guess that makes sense if the whole being given the crest thing is legit.
That is why I fear for you.
Great.
Perhaps. Please forgive my errant thoughts. Once this battle is over, I will explain everything. I will tell you all I know about who you really are.
Sure hope so. Man, this is just the route that keeps on giving, isn't it? I wonder if this actually is the final battle. If not, I legitimately might have to go to bed and finish it tomorrow and just delay my departure. Because it's 3 AM. I have to get up at 9:30 at the latest, and ideally before that. Because the person who's feeding my cats while I'm gone is coming over at 10 to see where everything is. And I need to tidy my kitchen, because it's kind of gross right now. Alright, who have we got? Ooh, that's a big battle. Okay. Right, let's see what we've got. Ugh, wrong button again! So defeat the enemy commander. Don't die. Duly noted. Where is the enemy commander? Oh. Kylan. Chillin'? Kylan sounds cooler. Great, they have big robots. That's what we want. I hate how future-y this looks. I hate it a lot, not gonna lie. The rest of the game has been so delightfully fantasy that it kind of hurts me to see this. Okay, who's with who? Guess that'll have to do. Here we go.
For thousands of years, we have existed underground, living on only that we might someday see our vengeance realized. Here and now, that vengeance is finally within our grasp. There is but one thing left to do. Destroy them! Damn those who stand with that arrogant goddess to oblivion, away from the world of the living! Now is the time. Remove the binding spell of Titanus. Let their metal bodies be drenched in blood!
Hey, what are those big things?
Demonic beasts? No, I think not. They appear to have no will of their own. Someone must be controlling them.
Initiate all that remain. We must advance our preparation.
Well, this
What's
place
my strategy?
sucks. How do we get this open? I don't think we do. Okay. So where do we want to go? There's a door there. You guys can just get in that way. Why is there no handy ramp on our side? Guess we're going this way then.
Let's make this quick.
Genuinely hate
I'll
this
do my
setting.
best.
It's the worst.
Let's clean up.
Leave it to me. Guide me well.
Shall we?
Also, why is there like weird dubstep music going on? You guys are really ruining the illusion for me here.
Orders? I'll crush them all.
Steady now.
Onward.
Viscum has been activated. Increase output gradually, depending on the amount of magical energy charged.
What?
I don't care if we destroy Shambhala, so long as our goals are fulfilled.
Okay.
Hold the grudge if you must.
Seriously, who decided it was a good idea to put robots and actual missiles in a Fire Emblem game? At least one generally set in a fantasy world. Like, I'm really glad that we're finally coming after these guys. I hate what they've done with the
Can't
place.
afford to slack off.
Watch and learn. No hesitation. Another victory.
I have...
I'm not even going to engage in combat, to be honest. I'm literally just going to try and run past these things. I hate this level. I've said it before and I'm sure I'll say it again. I hate this level. Didn't one of you just get a door key? It was Hilda. Okay. No! I'm pressing the wrong block.
That is all.
Had I...
Where even is the commander? Oh, he's in there, I guess. This is so weird.
Guess I need.
Let's think about this.
Nice. Didn't realise how good that was as a healing item. Probably should have done, but I've just been relying on Marianne too much.
Sorry it's gotta be like this.
What is going on here? I swear one of us had a door key a minute ago. Are we gonna have to go the long way around? I guess so. But given how tired I am, I probably just accidentally send it to the convoy or something.
Mother, protect me.
I'm all right. I've been
That isn't good.
I... can't give up yet.
Onward.
We're just going round. Don't have the energy to try and do the game properly. Not on a level I despise so greatly.
That's another one. The weak.
I'm hurt, but I'm with you.
Shall we?
You defeat me? Left.
What the heck game have I walked into? Seriously, what even is this?
I am sorry.
Great. I do now I've unlocked that? Oh, there we go.
Still in it.
Never let your guard down.
Really hope he's not going to be
Fine work.
only killable by Aurora. Because at this rate it's going to take me 10 years to get her over here.
I'll crush them all. I won't hold back. I'm strong.
Genuinely starting to think I've just fallen asleep and this is all a weird dream. Because really, what and why? Darn it. Oh,
Pathetic. Kept
that's not good.
no.
So close.
No one else die, please.
Proceed carefully.
There is not one thing I like about this level. Nothing.
I have faith. Won't allow it.
Let's give this a go.
Ha! It is laughable that base animals such as you would bear fangs at the likes of us.
I may be a base animal, but I have strong allies. Do you think you can beat Teach and the Sword of the Creator?
The Sword of the Creator. The blade given to Nemesis. Who do you really think is superior?
There's a big difference between the living and the dead. The fate of the future lies in the hands of the living.
Ah! Oh!
Thank goodness for that. Can we get out of here now, please?
You will never get to enjoy your victory.
If you kill him,
It can't be.
For all Agarthans, let there be light!
That's not good. What is happening? I can't believe that the woman turning into a dragon isn't the surprising thing here.
It's coming down!
Is Claude and Seteth alive? There go our answers, I guess. Oh, you have got to be kidding. How? How have we gone from a delightful fantasy game to a sci-fi zombie thriller? I kind of hate this ending.
Hang in there, Lady Rhea.
Get her to her room, quickly! That's a serious injury. It's a miracle that she's even alive right now. I'll do what I can, but...
Goddess, please save Lady Rhea. All we can do now is pray.
Remember when this place was taken 5 years ago and a pure white beast appeared on the battlefield? I only caught a glimpse of it, but I didn't understand where it came from. There were rumors that the goddess sent it to protect the monastery. But now I know better. That beast was Rhea.
Yeah.
Did you know Rhea's true identity?
Yeah.
I once showed you a picture of a creature known as the Immaculate One. Seteth confiscated it, saying it must have been one of Tomas's personal possessions. The beast that appeared back then looked just like it. So Rhea is the Immaculate One. The book said that it was a servant of the goddess, but wouldn't it make sense if beasts like that are actually children of the goddess?
Suppose so.
Rhea is in a grim state right now. It's possible she may not make it.
I love that he says that while his portrait is smiling.
But we have things we must ask her about. Once things calm down a little, let's go and see Rhea. Together.
Gladly.
The truth can't be delayed any longer.
I agree. Did I hallucinate that? Genuinely feels like I hallucinated that whole level.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Verdant Rain Moon. Fodlan's New Dawn.
Is this the end?
With the destruction of Shambhala, the ambitions of those who slither in the dark are forever shattered. However, Rhea has suffered grievous injuries in the process. Yet, certain mysteries remain unsolved, so Claude and the others approach Rhea, who is now confined to her room due to her wounds.
But considering this whole thing was about, like, stopping Solon, we never saw him. Do we just assume that he's dead now because the city was destroyed? If they were trying to block up that plot hole, they did it in the stupidest way possible, and I really kind of hate it. This is the maddest I've been about this game. The inclusion of that level, which just felt really wrong. Another month. Oh dear God.
I am happy to see you too.
Sorry to interrupt your rest, but there are some things that we absolutely must ask you.
It seems I do not have much time left. I do not intend to hide anything any longer.
Rhea, I have to ask, you're the Immaculate One, aren't you? If what I'm thinking is correct, that's what the Children of the Goddess is referring to. In other words, you...
I am the last child of the Progenitor God.
Really? What about Seteth and Flame?
A long time ago, the Progenitor God came from somewhere far away and descended upon this continent. She changed her form to resemble that of a human and gave her own blood to birth her children. The Progenitor God and her children shared knowledge and skills with the people of the land. Together, they built a prosperous civilization. But the humans turned their backs on the teachings of the Progenitor God and engaged in senseless wars. Eventually, people began to think of themselves as gods and challenged the Progenitor God herself to battle. The land was scorched in the war that ensued, and the majority of humans were annihilated. I believe that those who slither in the dark are the descendants of those who retreated beneath the ground during that time.
So they'd been waiting all that time for their chance at revenge.
It took the Progenitor God an astonishing amount of time to revive the ravaged world. But eventually, the continent found peace again, and the Progenitor God, having fulfilled her duty, fell into a long slumber in the Holy Tomb. The children who stayed behind built a settlement in Xanadu to protect the Holy Tomb as they quietly lived out their lives. But then, Nemesis appeared, bringing tragedy along with him. Even now, I cannot forget the sight of that massive canyon painted red with blood.
Hence the Red Canyon.
I was never able to forgive those who proudly wielded weapons crafted from the corpses of my brethren.
Oh, that's what the relics are, aren't they? Oh, that's unpleasant.
I was the only survivor of Xanadu, and all I could do was wander across Fodlan, clinging to my desperate desire for revenge. I called myself Seros, fostered the founding of the Empire, and prepared to oppose Nemesis and his followers.
Unbelievable.
I put Xanadu behind me to gather the remaining children who were scattered across Fodlan. Finally, we killed Nemesis on the Tailteen Plains, and I took back the Sword of the Creator.
Let me get this straight. Saint Seros is you? You're kidding me, right?
Nah.
Professor, Claude, there's something you need to hear right away.
For the record, literally called that she was Seros in episode 1.
If you have something to report, do so at once. There is no need to let my presence worry you.
As you wish. We're receiving a constant stream of express messengers from cities to the east. They claim that an unidentified military force is attacking, and that there have already been a large number of casualties.
Oh, good.
What? The reports indicate that the cities and towns along the East Gronder thoroughfare in the Old Hrim territory have already been destroyed. Some villages were razed completely, leaving no survivors.
Damn it! Did they come from Shambhala? Could it be that there were some remnants of that wicked group hiding there?
I have a report. The unidentified military force has crossed the Great Bridge of Murden.
It's gonna be Nemesis and we're gonna have to go back to the Red Canyon, I assume.
Alliance forces met them in battle, but it seems they have already broken through.
They've already made it so far. Is Count Gloucester unharmed?
The Count is fine, but apparently my brother joined with reinforcements and was gravely injured.
Do you mean to tell me they easily got past a general as skilled as Holst?
They say the enemy general has a weapon that resembles the Sword of the Creator. Even my brother was powerless to stop him.
That's not possible.
The enemy forces are flying a banner bearing the crest of flames as they continue their march west along the Aramid River.
We believe they're marching toward Garreg Mach. We are preparing to meet them in battle.
A weapon that resembles the sword of the Creator. And banner bearing the crest of flames. There is only one explanation. The one leading the enemy force is Nemesis himself.
Nemesis? That Nemesis? Do you really think the ancient king of liberation has been brought back to life?
Poor Claude. He won a war. He did his best. And now he has sci-fi zombies. Oh, I think I'm actually getting slightly hysterical. I genuinely don't know whether to laugh or cry about this. It's 3:30 in the morning and I am dead.
Perhaps the seal was broken when Shambhala fell. An incredible power that we children cannot hope to match dwells within the blood of the progenitor god. Nemesis obtained that blood, so it would not surprise me if that were the case.
Can we go back to when it was just defeat the Empire and then get married and live happily ever after?
The blood of the progenitor god. That's right. He did take the remains from the holy tomb, didn't he?
From the blood of the progenitor god, Sothis, he acquired the crest of flames. From her bones and heart, he crafted the sword of the Creator.
Well, that's horrifying.
The sword of the Creator is made from her bones and heart?
The heart of Sothis is the crest stone that was placed in the sword of the Creator. The same is true of the crests of the 10 elites and the other crest stones. They were born of the blood and hearts of the progenitor god's children. Those who slither in the dark created them, stole them. Sothis never gifted that power to the humans.
The crests of the 10 elites, the crest stones, and the heroes' relics. I can't believe those who slither in the dark made them all. And after that, Nemesis used the sword of the Creator to massacre all of the progenitor god's children in Xanadu. In other words, the citizens of Xanadu were killed by weapons made from the remains of their brethren. How atrocious.
This all got very hideous in the last couple of hours.
But I don't get it. The sword of the Creator that Teach wields doesn't have a crest stone. So how is Teach able to wield its full power?
Because Sothis' heart is already in... Oh. That's why I have no heartbeat. Rhea replaced my heart with the crest stone. Oh no.
The crest stone of the progenitor god dwells within your professor.
First time I'm wishing I had a face cam right now because the expression I've been pulling for like the last hour.
After I battled with Nemesis as Saint Seros, I reclaimed the heart of Sothis. I wanted to use that heart to resurrect her, even though I had to do some questionable things to achieve that goal. I wished to see Sothis, my mother, once more. Yes, I believed that if I could resurrect my mother, I could regain all that had been lost.
So, that's the truth of it.
I suspected that your body housed the consciousness of Sothis. Those suspicions were correct. And yet, she merely gave you her power and vanished. My dearest wish did not come true. But you did inherit the power of the progenitor god. Now, you must use that power to defeat Nemesis once and for all. Fodlan's blood-stained history must end.
Great. Please don't make me teach again. Oh, heck. I need to sleep. Oh, I need to sleep. Right. Guess we're doing this now. I'm not okay with this plot twist. I hate how this game is ending, not gonna lie. I love the nice, gentle fantasy setting. As much as the war was horrible, you know, for the sake of my sanity, I'm only going to talk to the people I care about, otherwise I will probably expire.
Hello.
We thought we'd well, not only, I think Gerald.
I didn't mean to talk to you.
Did you hear? Our enemy is Nemesis. Unbelievable. It sounds crazy, but there's no laughing it off. We must make our move before they reach the monastery.
What is this game? What is this game? I'm so confused.
Maybe.
What is happening?
Just when we thought we made it to the end, another enemy approaches.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
Can we be sure this battle is the last one?
I hope so.
I think you're right.
Oh, thank God
Just
for that.
a little further to the end. Come on, Professor. We have to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do. What is going on?
Let's see. I got the gist of it from Claude. Those who slither in the dark. They seem to be descended from humans who were forced deep underground after the goddess defeated them. They were trying to wipe out the goddess and her followers in hopes of taking back the surface. That's why they called themselves saviors. To their mind, they were.
Also, pet peeve, savior should have a U in it. Darn Americanized spellings. What the heck? What the heck? Heck.
It seems that there are some Shambhala loyalists in Nemesis's forces. As long as they're around, we can expect them to continue with their cruel experiments. Yes, we have to. It's the only way to ensure nobody else will go through what I went through. We must obliterate them in the next battle. It's the only recompense for Edelgard's death.
Does this happen in the other routes? I assume it must, because they can't just leave this all to one route. But the friend who finished Adel's route never mentioned it. And I feel like she should have done. Because this seems like an important thing. Don't care about what Leonie thinks my dad will be thinking. And if my real dad ever hears all this stuff, he will be very confused.
My big brother challenged Nemesis. He knew he couldn't win. He just did it so that his friends could escape. He emerged from the battle with a terrible injury. It's a miracle he didn't die. Well, maybe he should have been a little less noble. When you're dead, you're dead. Dying to save someone else seems to defeat the purpose. I wouldn't do it. He's alive, and in spite of myself, I'm really proud of him.
Great. Watch, the CA descends into madness.
Please keep quiet. Rhea is sleeping right now. She does not appear to be very well. I beg of you. Please do everything you can to prevent an assault from Nemesis.
I'm working on it.
Before the monastery was completed, there was a massive battle on the Tailteen Plains. In that battle, the warrior Seros defeated the fell king Nemesis and reclaimed the bones and heart of Sothis. Those make up the divine sword that you wield and the crest that you bear. Now, Rhea, Seros, lies helpless. The only one who can defeat this so-called King of Liberation is the inheritor of divine power. You have our full and unwavering support. Only you can do this. Please, save this world.
I'm hoping to. Seteth, my buddy, my pal.
Please keep Reyes, I beg.
Fave Saint boy, who I love, because he's great.
There's still more.
Gonna go kill some activity points. 3:30. Dear Lord. Oh good, the support. Oh boy.
Oh, hello, Professor. How nice to see you. You caught me off guard. I was actually just thinking about you. Just a moment ago? Well, I am afraid I just do not understand you. When we first met, I sensed something different about you. Something mysterious. And now I am convinced your existence itself is very special. Thinking on it, I know it to be true. You have a crest that should have been lost long ago. You wield the sword of the Creator as if it is nothing. Your hair and eye color changed on that day 5 years ago, to the same sort of color as mine and my brother's. I do not know. My brother refuses to speak to me of it. Since then, you have led us into battle, and thus far, we have always come out victorious. Your comrades and colleagues adore you. They believe in you, in your strength. I doubt there is a single soul who is likened to you. Who are you, really? I simply do not understand.
Me neither.
Whatever the case may be, having hair like mine is proof that there is something exceptional about you.
I had green hair once. Wasn't even trying to dye it green, I was trying to go blue and it went green.
I may as well come forward with things. I too am unlike others. Surely you recall when I was targeted, specifically for my blood? I may not be special in the ways you are, but my blood is rare. It seems the two of us share a special differentness. I also believe that we are bound together in some way. Of this I am certain. Therefore, I intend to stay by your side and watch over you. Your existence must be preserved at all cost. Certainly those are the words of a hero. Let us unite our powers. Together, we are unstoppable.
What level support even was that? A. Weird, I don't remember getting her C or B.
Just a little...
Oh. One more point to use up.
Hey, Teach! What a magnificent tale. It's enough to make your head spin. Rhea's real identity is Saint Seros, and the one who attacked us was Nemesis, the King of Liberation. On top of that, you've got the heart of the goddess in you. My flabber is completely gasted right now.
Kind of love that phrase. My flabber is completely gasted right now. I should adopt that.
But now isn't the time for standing around in disbelief. Nemesis has made it this far for a reason.
Please let it be a kill the commander.
If we aren't victorious, that's it for Fodlan's new dawn. The world will be forever shrouded in darkness. This is the final battle. Finally.
Indeed.
My friend, please give it your all out there.
Dear Lord, what is happening? Well, here we go. Dawn of the final day, again. Just check I'm not missing any supports I might actually care about. The answer is no. I'm sorry, I'm leaving them undone. Maybe at some point when I have access to the Switch again I can do a mega episode if people are interested, but Again, no one's really watching this, so I'll please myself. And in this case, I will rest, because dear lord, I wish I could. And hopefully tomorrow it will actually end. I can't believe it's hopefully actually the end. Aww. Hey parents.
Sorry. It looks like I'm going to have to leave you now. One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love as well as I love her.
Okay, give me a minute. I gotta take a picture here to be smug. Yes, clearly. My choice is no one. It's not gonna be Sothis. Oh, Setith. If it was another route I would. Ignatz, I really like you too, but I honestly ship you more with Flame at this point. Yeah, Raphael, I like you, but it was never gonna be. It was always gonna be Claude. I do wish to share my life with Claude. Are we doing this now or later? Later, I guess. Right, here we go. The last mission. Oh. I can't believe Nemesis was locked in a box in a sci-fi dungeon. What is happening?
A military force bearing the crest of flames on its banner marches west to Garrigmach from Shambhala, attacking nearby cities along the way. Rhea informs the Alliance that the enemy's general is none other than the ancient Fell King Nemesis. And so, the Alliance army prepares for their final battle, hoping to put an end to Fodlan's blood-stained history.
Also, is it just me or has the Fire Emblem not shown up in this yet? Usually that's a thing, like how they did it really badly in Fates when it was the Arto's final form and I hated it. I haven't talked too much about how much I hated Fates in this playthrough. I feel like I would have done.
What's the plan, my friend?
Yep, defeating Nemesis is pretty much the plan.
I thought you'd say that. And of course, I'll be joining you. What about the rest of you? Our enemy is a monster of legend. As always, there's not a shred of proof that we can win.
A foolish inquiry, Claude. I must finish what my father started.
Started? Your father ran away before the battle even began.
Well, all the more reason why I, as his heir, cannot flee now.
Good on you, Lawrence. Last time I'll say that, hopefully. Might even be the first.
I need to get back at him for hurting my brother. I'm not going to let him get away with it.
I like you, Hilda.
Wow. Hilda's serious about this.
I like Ignatz too.
I too will fight until the end. I wish to protect Fodlan's future.
I like Lysynthia as well.
I feel the same as Lysithia.
Don't like Leone.
It would hardly be fitting for Captain Gerald's apprentice
That's
to bow
why.
out now. I'll show them everything he taught me. I will give it my all as well.
I like Marianne.
For the professor, for Claude, and for all of you who helped make me as strong as I am now.
I'm in too. When we're done, I'm gonna eat tons of steak to celebrate.
Relatable, and I like Raphael.
This truly is the final battle. At this point, you shouldn't have to ask us, Claude. You know we're with you.
I do know that, Ignatz. But I had to ask, just to make sure.
Look at how reliable you kids have become. You've trained them well, Professor. This Nemesis guy should be arriving soon. Is everyone ready?
It's finally time.
I appreciate that Fire Emblem Judith also has mismatched eyebrows. Random little detail there. She even does look kind of like me very vaguely. I have long brown hair too. That's pretty much where it ends, other than the eyebrow thing, but... Dear Lord, I'm rambling. This is why I shouldn't be allowed to play games at almost 4 AM.
That's right. I'm confident we have what it takes to win. Let's defeat this dusty old king of liberation and put an end to this history of lies.
I love you, Claude.
Once we've done that, there'll be nothing holding us back. A new and brighter age will begin. Let's go, my friend. Fodlan's new dawn awaits.
It's got me smiling again. See, this I like. It's just the weird sci-fi dungeon in the middle that I hate. If they'd made it some like really archaic cathedral looking underground cavern, that would have been fantastic, but no. They had to put electricity and missiles in Fire Emblem. I'm not bitter at all, she said bitterly with a bitter expression. Oh boy. Yeah, do your little weird dance, Pixel Byleth. I love you. Right, for the last time, I kind of hope. Here goes nothing. Right, what have we got? Dear Lord. Okay, where is the enemy commander? Whoa. Whoa. All of the elites are back. That's legitimately got me speechless. So do I have to fight all of them?
Nemesis is here, and with more soldiers than expected.
A swamp, huh? But there's something about it. It looks odd somehow.
Can't breathe. You should not have done that. Be careful. The water is poisonous to the living.
Looks like we better not get near that swamp. Try to avoid it during the fight.
Great.
At the ready.
Casually taking out your friend's ancestor?
The weak fall, the strong live. Huh? I think they've got some sort of magical link with Nemesis.
Could the magic be protecting him?
Not sure, but we'd better take out his 10 commanders before taking him on. 9 more commanders remaining. We just killed number 10. These can't be the 10 elites, can they? Nah, not likely.
Yeah, they are.
What's my strategy?
Shall we?
Guide me well.
Flyers, you can head out
I'll do my best.
towards taking out the
Let's clean up.
people. You are really underleveled for this one, Shamir. I suspect you're not going to last long.
Steady now.
Let's make this quick. Onward.
Fun music. Weird, epic, classical choral. Maybe my new favourite genre. Who knows?
I'll crush them all.
Leave it to me.
My orders?
Ceros, I will kill you. Do not get in my way.
So that's Nemesis. You're a crusty old bastard, you know that?
I love you, Claude.
All those who stand in my way will be destroyed.
Watch out, Claude. They're coming for us.
Yeah, they kind of have been this whole time.
So close.
Please no one die, please no one die, please no one die.
Didn't earn my key.
Okay, you can die. That's acceptable. You weren't helpful to me.
I want to...
Okay, it doesn't look like anyone important died. That's what we like to see.
Let's think about this.
Okay, you might be about to die. That ain't good.
Shall we? I'll...
Well, at least this is surprisingly easy. I mean, yeah, I'm on the lowest difficulty.
No strength left.
Because I'm cool like that. But you know, nice and simple. I can deal with that. It's my kind of final battle.
Sorry, but I must.
Are there any of the buddies over here? This music is fabulous.
I will not die yet.
Exemplar.
Oh, I'm in the swamp. Oops.
No mercy.
Seems I've...
We're about to ring in 4 a.m.
Striking display. Child's play. They say...
Please no one die. Please no one die. Oh.
I'm sorry.
No! That's a bad.
I am...
Lament your weakness.
Feels very satisfying for Claude to take out the Gloucester one.
More battles means
Oh
more.
yeah, there it is. 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. everyone. 4 a.m. and I continue to go mad. Genuinely think I've descended into some amount of hysterics during this episode. I apologise to all the good people watching this.
Proceed carefully.
Really ought to have invested in better healing potions for this, but it is what it is.
I wasn't about to let you go. I believe...
Please no one die. Please no one die. Please don't die. Other than the enemies, they can die. That's kind of the point. Oh, no one's died yet. Let that continue.
I've been defeated.
No! What was the rule, guys? You were supposed to not die. Don't have any healers particularly near you, so you're gonna have to finale again. Well, I guess I could see if you can use heal on yourself, but that feels somewhat like cheating. Whoa. Okay, let's not do that. Oh, he has a bow, doesn't he? Yes, that makes sense. What's your range? Oh yeah, Claude, you can just take out that guy. That's fine. Don't even know who belongs in House Dominic. Seteth will just have to take out Claude's ancestor for him. This is so surreal. I love how I've just given up caring about the swamp at this point.
I'm not dying here.
He only might be trapped in there forever.
Still.
Or not. Any handy grass around here? Nope, swamp it is. Is that all of them yet? Oh, I've got this guy to get rid of. No one die, no one die, no one die. Please can no one die.
Pathetic.
Okay. So Leone could be an issue. I guess the others will just have to deal. Is that all 10?
Look, the swamp cleared.
Oh. Well then. No, there's still one more left. Not for long though.
I'm hurt, but I'm with you.
Have I earned no reprieve?
Nah, that's a problem. Don't know how much good that's actually going to do him, but worth a try.
It won't be in vain.
I like the soundtrack of this game a lot. I've had discussions with other people who don't find it varied enough, I guess. But it really fits my style of music. Just weird, vaguely religious sounding, good choral. I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna have to download bits of it later when I'm more alive. Okay, again, it's not ideal, but...
I'll try.
Hilda, can you finish off this guy? Oh, it's going to be a close run thing. Good.
It took some doing, but now...
Okay. That ain't good. That ain't good either. My hit's really bad on there as well.
I have faith.
Well, there's no point sending you in. Oh, why did none of my healers survive? Gonna grab that. But his hit's 100. How am I supposed to kill him? Oh, I'm very worried about this.
You bear the crest of flames, just as I do.
Never let your guard down.
Forgive me.
Oh. Yeah, we're done for.
So much for my...
Yep. This is a bad. Ugh, I lost too many units too early on. I'm just gonna restart it and keep everyone bunched together this time.
You should not.
Looks
Oh,
like
this is gonna take me forever. It's 4 AM, I don't want to redo battles!
What's my strategy? All is going to plan.
Right guys, this time we form one group. We do not leave the group.
At the ready. We're all desperate, aren't we?
The group strategy has tended to work for me in the past.
Shall we?
Let's see if it will do so again.
My orders? Let's clean up.
I'll do my best.
Shamir is basically pointless at this point, but you know, it is what it is.
Steady now.
Guide me well. That is all.
Had I room.
Ah, you did it.
Let's make this quick. Onward. You lost that one. This...
Huh?
Seems like...
Really?
I have faith.
And that much. 9 more commanders remain. These can't be.
Nice work.
Guide me well. Got.
I am sorry.
Can't afford to slack off.
I fought and won.
I'm sorry.
Losing Marianne's a big blow. We do not like that.
I'm hurt, but I'm with you.
Genuinely love you, Claude.
More.
Look at you.
Such a good man.
Never let your guard down.
Oh, didn't realise you were still alive. That's actually very helpful. Hopefully I'll be able to keep him that way.
I'm all right.
Didn't even notice those were there last time. Oh, this is so stressful.
I have faith.
Can't give up yet.
Hope this isn't it.
Have it. Won't allow it.
Could use my other healer, so please don't die. Okay, Ignatz, do we have a deal there? We're doing a little better this time, I think. I've got more people alive now than I did this time last attempt. Okay, last one's over with Hilda. She'll take care of it. Just can no one die in the meantime, please? It's almost 4:30 here. CA is suffering.
Think about this. I clearly...
Oh no. Hilda.
Guide me well.
I'm all right.
There's no turning back now.
No turning back indeed.
The Blade Breaker taught me well.
Sorry it's gotta be like this.
We're all sorry it's gotta be like this, Raphael. I wholeheartedly agree.
Don't let me die for nothing.
Yeah, you're just gonna wait there for a minute.
We're all desperate, aren't we?
Invigorating.
This one asshole is really hard to get rid of. Which one are you? The meme means nothing to me.
It took some doing, but now is our chance to face off.
Oh.
Right. Here we go again.
Hope this isn't it.
We're gonna heal each other up this turn.
No.
I'm not dying here.
Okay, that's that one taken out.
Still.
So now it comes down to us again.
Steady now.
Okay, so I do a lot better going from up close with it. Let's give this a go. Critical. Did I kill him? Please tell me I killed him. That would be so convenient.
I'll use this power.
Did I kill him? No. But I did okay, considering.
I found.
The odds are looking a bit more favourable on this one.
But I'm with you.
He's really close to dead. I think we're gonna have to wait till next turn to get him. Turn to get him though. Yeah, I thought that was gonna happen.
Can't afford to lose.
But we should be okay, I think. Oh boy. That's not really worth the risk. Okay, that's quite not good.
At the ready. I'm hurt, but I'm with you.
Is that successful? Probably not. Darn it. You still do nothing, so I'm just gonna move you out of the way. Oh. Okay, you're gonna stay there so Claude is protected still.
Nice try.
Wait, has he got health again? How? I need to steal his heal square. Hopefully that will help me. Oh, this is so stressful. If Seth can actually land a hit on him, then I'll keep him out of the way. Oh, I should have been trying gambits on them.
At the ready.
Let's do it.
I'm dead.
Oh! Oh, he killed him! Oh, thank goodness, Claude! You've literally saved my life and my sanity.
We're almost done. Let's go, my friend.
Ow.
You are a foolish child.
Tough talk from the guy who's lived too long. Allow me to fix that!
You are all pathetic weaklings. You lack the courage to challenge me in lone combat.
Yet we have the strength to scale the walls between us, to reach out our hands in friendship so we can open our true hearts to one another. That's how we win! Future historians will refer to this day as the new dawn of Fodlan. Of that, I have no doubt. It's up to you now, Teach. As for my path...
Wow.
A rising flame was alight as the flow of time carved a new history for Fodlan. The ambitions of the Fell King Nemesis were crushed, averting what could have been the greatest crisis in the history of Fodlan. After 5.5 years of war, a new age was set to begin. Country, faith, history, all that had once formed the order of the world was wiped clean. The heroes whose very hands saved Fodlan from a dark fate commenced with the building of a new society. The leaders of this new, unified Fodlan began their walk down a seemingly endless path, one towards a world that would cherish differences in race and belief, one where all life would be valued equally. Those leaders clung to the hope that their path would not end with Fodlan, that it would someday span the seas to Dagda and beyond the throat to Ulmyra.
So many emotions right now, but I'm so glad Claude got his dream.
Sorry for calling you out here like this. I wanted to talk, just the two of us. First of all, I wanted to say thank you for all your hard work. It seems like our long struggle may finally be coming to an end.
Do you really think it's the end?
The way forward will certainly be rough. Right now, Fodlan is like a newborn, frail and easily upset.
That sums me up right now.
If we don't create a new ruling system soon, the Empire and Kingdom will descend into chaos. The coronation ceremony is the first step. Only then will Fodlan truly be a single, united land. I'm sorry that I won't be by your side at such an important event, but I'm certain you'll do great.
You won't be there? Don't do this to me.
I must return to my homeland. As for ruling this new unified land, well, I'll leave that to you.
No! Stay here with me! I was hitting my leg as I said that, and I've woken Lonk up again. Sorry, Lonku.
The Fodlan blood that flows in my veins. I've made use of it as best I could. Now I've got to use my other bloodline to change my homeland for the better.
No, stay with me.
I have royal connections there too, insignificant as they may be. It's time for me to struggle all over again and see what good I can do. If I don't change things in both Fodlan and the lands beyond, I'll never set eyes on the kind of world I've dreamed of creating.
Let's do it together. I can't be a ruler.
You're the successor Rhea appointed, aren't you? And now you're also the hero who saved Fodlan. All those weak people who have nothing to cling to but their goddess, they'll rely on you just like they used to rely on Rhea. You'll be a leader all who are struggling to survive in war-torn lands can look up to. And I want a ruler who can lay down a new set of values for the people. Values that don't exclude anyone for being different.
Then be that ruler.
I know it's a lot to ask, but you're the only one who can do it. I have something else to ask. Please, I hope you'll accept this. When I first saw you wield the sword of the Creator, I wanted to use your power to my advantage. I wanted to use you to make my dream of a new world come true. But before long, I realized what I really wanted was to see that new world with you by my side.
This is adorable, and I hate to ruin the moment. But was the bit that came before a speech he has to give Byleth if you don't support him? Because it really sounds like it was, but now he's like, yeah, I'll marry you and stay by your side. Claude, you're kind of doing a 180 here, mate.
I still feel that way, you know? I always will. That's why I have to leave.
No!
But nothing will stop me from coming back. There's no way I'm gonna let you go. You know that, don't you?
Oh, I'm glad he's coming back.
Thank you. For everything.
I love he's winking at me when I can't even see him. No, don't leave. Stay with me, Claude. This is what breaks me. I've been playing this game for almost 8.5 hours straight, I think. And this is what's finally broken me. I just want to marry Claude and be happy. Oh, this might be the most hysterical I've ever been when finishing a game. What am I doing with my life?
I'll be back before you know it. We'll only be apart for a short while. And now, I'm off to cross Fodlan's throat. I love you. With everything I am. And the next time we see each other, it will be at the dawn of a whole new world. A peaceful, happy world.
I love you too, Claude. Wow. This has been an experience. I genuinely don't know what to say. I did not expect I would like this game, but I've kind of loved it for the most part. Unable to serve Rhea any longer, Cyril nearly left the church. He was persuaded to stay, however, to assist in rebuilding the monastery he had helped maintain. Thanks to his devoted work ethic, the Officers' Academy was able to open a few years later. When the new students took the reception hall, Cyril found himself among them. Once all the fighting had come to an end, Alois officially took up the position of the captain of the Knights of Ceros. In this capacity he was much beloved, and the Knights became more unified than ever under his command. It is said that their accomplishments during his tenure were beyond even what Geralt's troop had accomplished. Manuela left Garrick to build her own academy in a small war-torn town. There she contributed heavily to rebuilding efforts while teaching future generations the necessary skills of survival. Though she never married or had children of her own, she spent the last years of her life happily devoted to her students. Though Fodlan had changed, Hanneman's goal remained unwavering: to determine the workings of crests and to do away with the inequality caused by them. To that end, his research created magical tools that could be used even without the aid of crests. This proved to be yet another worthwhile discovery by the father of crestology. As Margrave Gautier, Sylvain devoted his life to improving relations with the people of the Schrenregen. With oration alone, he succeeded in helping to create a new way of life for nobles, in which relics and crests were no longer viewed as necessary. Though he went down in history as an extraordinary lord, it nevertheless became customary to refer to cheaters as sons of Gautier. Ugh. Shortly after the war, Shamir gave up the mercenary life and disappeared. Though she was never heard from again, rumours swirled persistently for years of a master archer turned thief who lined her pockets by shaking down all those who preyed upon the innocent. So she turned into Robin Hood, basically, which is probably the only acceptable ending for her. Catherine left the Knights of Ceros and set out to travel across Fodlan. With Thunderbrand in hand, she wandered the countryside, seeking ways to defend the innocent and punish the wicked. Her many years of heroics ensured that she would always be remembered by the people as a beloved folk hero. Marianne returned home to a hero's welcome. The people praised her talent and acknowledged her as the saviour of Fodlan. Her adoptive father groomed her as a successor, teaching her the power of words over weapons. By the time she claimed her inheritance, she had transformed into one of Fodlan's most skilled orators, which is impressive. I liked her. Surprised Seteth was in more battles. Seteth remained at the monastery to restore the authority of the Church of Ceros. Doing away with his old strictness, he adopted a tolerant stance toward all. His encouragement of believers to respect those of other faiths helped the people of Fodlan to find common ground with others. I'm glad. I love him. Ugh. Soon after the war, Lorenz assumed leadership over House Gloucester and helped govern Fodlan as a representative of the old Alliance Lords. Political talent yielded revolutionary policy changes, many of which were particular benefit to the common folk. Good for him, I guess. Leonie joined up with the mercenaries formerly led by Geralt as his greatest apprentice. Loud sighing noises, she quickly took on a leadership role and eventually even inherited the title of Braid Breaker. She came to be known as Geralt II, and she began to resemble him in all things, including his drinking habits. She left behind many unpaid tavern tabs. Yikes. Lysithea returned home to help her parents restore their family land. Years later, when the end to their hard work was finally in sight, she relinquished House Ordelia's claim to nobility, ceding the territory to a nearby lord. Shortly thereafter, she and her family disappeared into obscurity. Well, I'm glad that she lived long enough to disappear into obscurity, honestly. Good for her. Please tell me they got together. Soon after the war, Flame disappeared. Ignatz searched unsuccessfully for her for a time, but finally gave up and went home. With hard-won permission from his family, he then set out to travel the world as an artist. Years later, his journey took him by chance to Garagmuck, where the statue of St. Sethlin inspired him to paint. It was then that Flame finally appeared, wondering aloud why Ignatz was not painting her as he'd promised. Overjoyed, Ignatz devoted much of the rest of his artistic career to getting Flame's likeness just right. Her visage was finally captured in the work he called the Second Advent of a Saint, which was widely regarded as a masterpiece. Oh, I'm totally counting that as canon. Oh, I love them. I'm so glad they ended up together. Raphael returned to his hometown to serve his liege lord as a knight. After years of loyal service, he resigned his duty to devote his attention to the inn that his grandfather and sister had opened during his time away. Eventually he became the inn's proprietor and developed a reputation for astonishingly good cooking. Good for him. After the war, Hilda set politics aside and focused on what she enjoyed most, crafting fashionable accessories. Her designs quickly achieved widespread popularity. With the help of her brother, Hilda then crafted the first artisan academy in Fodlan, where she served as both professor and headmaster. That's nice. I like that. Oh. After ascending the throne as the first leader of the United Kingdom of Fodlan, Aurora sought to rebuild the war-torn towns and villages and helped to guide the reformation of the Church of Seros. After a few months of peace— oh, hello Quill, stop blocking the screen would you, small cat. Remnants of the Imperial Army joined with those who slither in the dark and marched upon the capital city of— I don't know how to say that, I'm afraid. The new kingdom lacked the power to repel the invaders, but when defeat seemed imminent, a battle cry rang out from the east. Claude, the newly crowned king of Almyra, led a mighty army that broke through rebel forces with ease. This show of solidarity forever altered the course of history, heralding a new age of unity. And I assume we got married and lived happily ever after, because that's important. Wow. This has been such an experience. I came into this expecting literally nothing, and I was doing that intentionally after the Fates disaster, but wow. I've enjoyed this so much. I have a few issues with it. The pacing was a bit weird, post-time skip sometimes. Obviously I hate the sci-fi zombie section, we've been over that. I kind of wish it had just ended with the war with the Empire. Like, I get that they kind of had to go above that, but that— oh, sad version of the main song. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I get that they had to do it, I just don't like that they did. Surely there could have been a better way, at least not make it the weird sci-fi theme, do nice archaic cave like I said. But, you know, that's a pretty small complaint in the grand scheme of things. Other things, I wish we'd know more about Geralt. I'm really curious about him. Me and my friend were discussing how we really want the story DLC that they've promised to be like the Golden Country Torna was for Xenoblade 2, where it goes back in time and tells the story of the people who came before. If that happens with the Saints back in the day, I would be so happy. I'm very invested in Setith and Flame. Yeah, I really loved the characters in this game for the most part. Some of them are awful, but a lot of them I really love, and it's very special whenever you form those connections with the characters. And the route I picked, I'm so glad I went with it. I think I'm going to accept this as the true route because I love Claude. I love the people in his house for the most part. There's only two I don't really like. And yeah, I just love what he did in the end, that he just wanted to unify the world and have everyone be happy and respected. That's just such a nice message, and I wish that there were more people in the real world who would do that. Wow. Yeah. I think it's probably for the best that I won't be able to do the other routes for a while, because I loved this one, and the others just seem like they're crazy and a lot more emotionally stressful, and this was enough. This was enough for me. I was happy to just go through with Claude. And I really respect him, and I don't really respect Adel or Dimitri at this point. That could change. And certainly not Rhea, so the other routes must be a delight. But yeah, I can finish this genuinely happy with the choices I've made, other than still being awake at almost 5 AM. Oh, I'm gonna regret this so much tomorrow, but it was worth it. Huge thanks to my sister for letting me borrow her Switch for this. Huge thanks to Sky, my dear friend who I've been yelling about this with for several days now. It was actually her birthday when I started recording this episode, though it isn't anymore. Love you, Sky. And yeah. Wow. I'll let the credits run and see if anything happens afterwards, but if it doesn't, this has been such an experience. I'll continue to post episodes even if no one watches them, because I've had such a great time. And I'm so glad I was able to share this with anyone who wants to see it. Just wow. No other words for it, really. So I guess this is it. The end. I'm so glad I picked Claude's route. Though we never found out what happened to Judith. What happened to me in the end? Oh, I can't even be mad. I'm too happy about Byleth and Claude and Ignatz and Flame being canon. Oh, I'm giddy. But what else have I been for the last 4 hours or so? Now I'm gonna turn off the game and go the heck to bed. This has been an experience and I've loved sharing it with you, mysterious viewer who may not exist. At least I'll be able to relive it one day, but yeah. For the last time this time, for now. CA signing out. Thank you for watching and goodbye.